All right, we're here on the Trent Acid Tribute Radio Show, and on the line with me is one of Trent's best friends, both in and outside of the ring. Without further ado, let's welcome Billy Reil. Billy, I know this is a tough time for you, being that you were such good friends with Trent, but I want to thank you for coming on tonight.
Well, bro, I just want to thank you for having me. It's unfortunate circumstances, but, you know, after these last couple of days, it's like I feel blessed, and then I feel like it was a gift to have known him and to know him still in spirit, and I just want to thank you for doing this. It's really cool.
Now, what is one thing Trent would want his fans to remember him most for?
Not guilty! He was, Mike, Trent, he was, I don't know if you would want anybody to know, he never wanted, maybe I should tell things he never wanted people to know. His real name. I think that's what pissing him off. He was so kayfabe with his name. He was really, really, really pissy with that. But Mike loved music. Obviously wrestling. You know, he was a great guy. He was a great friend. Honestly, he lived his life like a concert. You know, it was and even though it was an untimely passing, it was, I mean, I am just grateful to have him in my life. He's one of those few guys that you can be pissed off, really pissed off at him 1 second, and he make you laugh the next second. And, you know, burn you with a cigarette or something and laugh.
Now, you talked a little bit about his love for music. Was there ever any discussion about him transferring from wrestling to music?
Yeah, he loved, Mike loved Pro Jam, and he was always you know, you gotta understand, we're breaking into wrestling it's 93, Nirvana's the shit, and, you know, and Mike was he was one of the few, the first guys to, get into the Seattle scene, and before, the mainstream did, he was, he always had his, finger on the pulse of music, and good music, too, and that inspired him as well as, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and, you know, and that all this comes around, we're all growing up, and, it's all around 93, 94, and, you know, he started, he was jamming, you know what I mean, he would do his own thing. You know, I wasn't really, I was into music, but, I couldn't play any instrument, so, that was, a compartment that he shared with his best friend, one of his best friends, George, and they jammed, you know, they would, you know, do shows in garages, and then, you know, do you know, he was classic. He was classic at that. He was a classic entertainer. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter if it was in the ring or if it was music. He was great. At what he did. It's really funny. He was a true entertainer. I don't know what else to say about that. He was definitely funny. He was good too. You know what I mean. At music, he was pretty good.
Now, what is one memory that you will hold dear to you for the rest of your time?
What's the rating on this show?
You can say whatever as long as it's a fun memory.
No, I mean, really, no, totally. Jesus. Wow, there's so many memories, man. God. Yeah, dude, just thinking about, some of the stuff that we did to one another, to other people. We ripped people on the square really bad. Women got the worst at the end of it, I think. I hope. Our memories were always something it was always wild and crazy stuff. I want to give. I don't want to cheat anybody and say one specific thing. Mm-hmm. I know it's a really general answer, and I'm like a Billy Dowling around, but there was this rat, and it's just I guess we had been wrestling for a month. I didn't even think we knew what a rat was. But anyway, we had one, and yeah, so we were all trying to bang this one rat. Dude, there's so many rat stories, man. Oh my god! But yeah, but this specific rat story involves I don't know. I think he thought it would be funny. There's this girl, and she was real shy. Like she was hot as hell. Like but she was something wrong with her. Like she was afraid of what she looked like. Dude, I swear he met her on some chat line, and we were like 14 or 15 years old, and like we would go meet this girl. It was like me, him, and Robbie Marino from CCW, and we all wanted to bang her, right? So like obviously like we're like passing this girl around, right? And he takes, and like I have this girl, like, and like one of us is playing a piano, the other one's making out with the girl, and Trent is like Trent goes into the kitchen and pisses in this girl's ice cream and puts it back in the fridge, and like, dude, we're like all hiding downstairs, like after he doesn't tell anybody, like pissed, like he pissed in the gallon, and like we're hiding in the basement. And all of a sudden the mother comes down. So like, and I don't know what makes the mother like go for the ice cream, bro. But like we're all snuck into this house, and we're like in this like room with a deck. And the mother goes and grabs the scooper, and like the ice cream had been sitting for like 30 minutes, so it's like frosty, pissy, vanilla chocolate strawberry ice cream. And I guess she thought, she was like, Missy, you left the ice cream out. And she's like, oh, all right, Mom, whatever. Like, she's trying to hide us. And she goes and she drinks the ice cream. And you hear, like, what is that? And then me, him, and Rob jump off like this 2-foot, like, balcony. Like, this 10, like, no, it's 2 foot. It's like a story and a half balcony, dude. And we start running away. Like, pants are falling down. It was hilarious, dude. I know that it took me an hour to tell this little story, but I'm like revisiting it in my mind. It's so funny, man. Like, like who just pisses in ice cream? Like, who does that?
Now, being such a good friend you were with Trent, if you were to write a book about his life, what would the title be?
Wow. It's actually brought to my attention, like, you should, I'm like, dude, I don't like that, like as much as it is like to touch that subject. I would honestly, I would name it after his own writings, the Acid Diaries. It was something that he invented. So, obviously, I would just put a pen to paper and just use him to write it, and have him write it for me with my hand. I know it sounds ridiculous, but like the Acid Diaries, definitely.
Now, if there was one thing you didn't get to tell Trent, while you were around him, what would that be?
There really wasn't anything. I think this is the cool thing about me and Trent was that we let each other have everything. Like we let each other know everything. What we liked, what we didn't like, what we loved, what we hated. Who was a piece of shit. Who was over, who was a rat, who was a mark. Everything that you could possibly tell your best friend is what we told each other. There was not anything, there's not a stone that was not unturned. And I'm really, dude, I'm obviously hurt about losing Trent, but at the same time, by having him in my life, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. And the fact that, we made amends and peace, and really were really cool at the time of his passing. A lot of people don't know that. There's a lot of the people in the inner circle. I know you did. There's really nothing that we didn't touch base upon.
Mm-hmm. Now, my co-host Missionary has a couple questions for you. So, Missionary, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Billy Reil. Wish we could be talking under better circumstances. But I had a couple of questions for you that probably only you could answer best. In your opinion, what was Trent's crowning achievement or moment in his career?
Wow. CCW Best of the Best tournament. His A game there. Any match to the Homicide that a Ring of Honor match he was really proud of. He did SmackDown, the Sunday Night Heat. That came out of left field. But I'd probably say him versus Homicide, Ring of Honor. All his Backstreet Boy stuff was great. His DSEC stuff was a lot of fun. But I mean, I could pick so many memories of him in the ring. But like, I honestly think his greatest achievement, is like, just the way he expressed himself, and sometimes by not expressing himself. Like, it's hard for me to say. Like, I guess for people that know him will understand. Like, he's a really funny guy, man. Like, it's so hard to explain in words. Just what one moment, But
right.
Those that I named are, all like. I don't think he had one favorite moment. I think his life was this just moment after moment of crowning achievements. I really do.
Yeah.
I didn't know he loved CCW, and he loved the CCW fans. And being a co-owner of Pro Wrestling Unplugged definitely is something that, like all these things, I don't think he had a biased favorite towards anything. And that goes, suplexing his dog on the rug, it's right up there. Yeah, he T-bone suplexed his dog, bro. He T-bone suplexed his dog on the rug. Like, he grabbed its hind leg, grabbed its ass, and T-boned it. It's funny, bro. He didn't abuse the dog. Like, he let it bump nice, but, like, dude, he loved bumping animals. I don't, he probably liked that more than anything, really, like bumping the animal. Like, he would always bump some defenseless animal.
Who was Trent Acid's heroes and inspirations in life?
Wow. It's just like, I guess it depends on what part of his life. There's early career, there's peak. There's many points of his life. So you have to be more specific. Like I guess before he was a big mark for Shane Douglas. He was a big mark for Sabu. He's a big mark for Raven, even though I don't know. I guess they had words, whatever. But I mean, he marked for them guys big. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. We always marked out for Gary Wolf's promos. As a matter of fact, guys, I have the voicemail that I'm going to give it to you that he left me 2 days before he passed away.
One other question I had, Billy, was what's the one thing about Michael Verdi you'll miss?
His smile, his passion for life, passion for wrestling. He knew how to light up a room, and you just always knew you were going to have a good time, and you know you were going to laugh. I mean, there was times we couldn't even get in the ring with each other. Like, we were dying laughing, like we were living the dream. We set out to achieve things together, and when we did, and I'll always think of him in that light. Just that infectious smile.
Now, I have one more question for you before we go ahead and wrap this up, and that is, of course you guys are doing the tribute for Trent called Acid Fest. What can people expect out of Acid Fest?
You can expect to have, and, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Acid Fest is going to be everybody's interpretation of what Trent Acid would want for his show. What you're going to get is a little bit of everything. But I can guarantee you're going to have a great time. You're going to have fun. You're going to remember. And you'll never forget. Trent Acid lives forever.
Thank you very much for joining us on the Trent Acid Tribute Radio Show.
You got it, brother.
Thank you, Billy Reil.